Okay, so this is some bullshit. They fired me from the main show for not wick dipping enough, and now I got a host by myself for far fewer people. But you know what? Let's fucking make this the most epic, absolutely beast fucking episodes of all time. We are humans, and we all have hormones, and we are all meant to grow. Therefore, human growth hormone is the most natural and beneficial nutrients on the earth. Enjoy the show.
How you doing?
Hey, Mike.
Hello?
How's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Sorry to call you out of the blue. Are you busy right now?
What's going on?
I wanted to ask some advice on suing Biden. Do you think I should disclose the fact that I married and maybe even had sex with my own cousin? Mike?
Frankie, I'm sorry to cut you off, Bobby Ann, but we have the angry caller back on, and I'm
yes, and can you hear me?
Yeah,
perfect.
Frankie, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Now, everyone thinks see, you're getting a bad rap on the live chat. They're saying that you're trying to suppress free speech right now, Frankie, because I believe you gently told the caller that we were going to take calls at the end of the show, not at the beginning. But guys, this is Frankie, and his audio is working just fine. And we have now. Do we have Bill Frankie on the line, or is it a different angry fellow? Everyone's mad.
No. We have him. He's on. Hey, Bill, you're on.
We have Bill. Hey, Bill. How are you?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Can you guys
Bill,
hear me?
I can hear you. You sound great. I'm so glad to have you on the line. There are a lot of people on this live chat who are arguing on your behalf. They were very angry that they thought you weren't going to be able to get on the show. And I'm really glad that we were able to bring you back on. I'm sorry for the delay. We usually take the callers at the end of the show.
Oh, that's no problem. And just to clarify, because I was listening to what you said, just to clarify and defend myself a little bit, all I said was he basically said, we're gonna get to your call. I'll just leave you on hold. You can listen to the show, and then I'll call on you. Then he came back on the line 15 minutes later and said, we're not going to be able to take your call now. Can I take your phone number down and call you back at the end of the show? And I simply said to him, that's not usually how radio shows work. You don't usually call the person back on a real radio show. It's not usually how it works. That's all I said to him. And then he started saying, so you know how to run a radio show, eh? Oh, okay. I didn't realize there's an expert on the line here. And I was like, wait a second, man. Why are you talking to me like that? Like, I literally... No, he wasn't messing with me, because then Shannon, he then hung up the phone on me, and then he blocked my phone number. So
I rule with an iron fist, brother. I rule with an iron fist.
See,
Frankie,
I guess that's funny to you, but yeah, to me, it's not funny in this world that we live in. It's not funny to act the way that the exact people that we're coming out against are acting. It's not good, and it's not something to be proud of, Frankie.
Well,
but anyways, I appreciate talking to you, and I appreciate all that you do. So I actually had an experience. I was vaccinated. I had to be vaccinated for work. I had to be vaxxed and boosted. So that's a situation where it's sort of, hey, this is my livelihood. This is the only way I can do it. And I had seen a lot of those. There were some of those videos that were being shared of people with involuntary spasming and whatnot and things like that. A lot of them have been, sort of poo-pooed and, this is nonsense type stuff. But I experienced on a small level, sorry, there's a sound that's coming through. Are you, I keep hearing a sound.
I can hear you. Yeah, you're okay.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So I experienced it a few times. Just a slight involuntary spasming on my arm, on my right arm. And I noticed when you're not able to recreate it in the moment, it's difficult. And so I had it checked out. I noticed, though, one thing that I did notice was the spasming would always happen when I would be watching sort of a racy film or something like that. And my arm would just start going, and then it would cup around my penis, and I would start jacking off.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I knew it. Frankie, let's cut Bill off right now. I knew it from the very beginning.
This is the best show so far, I think. This is it. I love it. This is the best.
So Bill had ill intentions from the very beginning. Bobby, and do you see how he did that? We were being harassed by this guy, and then he brought his trolls into the live chat. And all he wanted to do was to, be disgusting. What a disgusting,
crude jerk.
But I guess that's, live radio. We have great callers. I mean, last week we had some really great callers. But Bobby Ann, can you believe that? I mean, I'm sorry to have to subject you to that.
That's okay. If anybody has any questions about what we've discussed, we would be happy to answer them.
Well, I think this is a really great lesson, though, as to why you have call screeners. And again, the goal is I always want free speech, and I don't mind when people have different ideas and they want to banter back and forth. But you do have to have some semblance. And I think Frankie definitely hit the ball out of the park with that one in identifying. But I'm glad that we showed this because everybody was going bonkers on the live chat. And they're like, you're censoring people. You're censoring Bill. What's wrong with you? This is the worst show ever. Like everyone, and it wasn't everyone. It was actually like a couple accounts. It's just a great example of how they send the trolls in on social media, whether it's Twitter or Facebook, and they just kind of, it's very deceptive. I'm glad we were able to expose that on the show. I mean, it's a great lesson, but
you know what? I have to admit, we should send Terrell a thank you note.
Where'd Harold go? Yes.
Oh, I hung up on him, but we should send him a thank you note because really, truly, when I came in here today, I wasn't feeling that good. But Harold's telling me when I asked him what his favorite accomplishment of Joe Biden was that it was early. That just made my whole day.
It's early.
All right. Well, this should be good. Cale in Chicago. Hi, Cale. Hi, Cale.
Oh, hi. Thanks for taking my call. Oh, Harold. Hey, Harold trying to say it's too early in the morning. You got him, Jennifer. You made a fool of him. That he sounded like an elderly man, too, who was just kind of maybe it's fun. It's great. You got it. You got his old.
Okay, Cale, you can cut to it. What's going on? Hi.
No problem. I'm a big fan of what you guys do, Grant and Jennifer, both of you. Jennifer, I check you out watching us on the Sebastian Gorka, and Grant on your own old Newsmax show. I was concerned. You guys, I'm a social media guy. I noticed on your Twitter account, you guys only have 28 followers on the morning end. What's going on? Let's get that out there. That's a shockingly low number for such a big radio show.
Is this Justin Trudeau?
Sorry?
Sounds like it. No, we're working. And in fact, yesterday, I couldn't believe it, but I had just followed the Morning Answer account yesterday.
Well, it's new. It just started.
So that goes to show you where we're at. But you're more than welcome to follow me, Stinchfield 1776 or Jen Horn on the radio.
There. Yeah. There you go. 855-785-8255. Blast it out there. Tell your friends. This is TMA, brand new account for you to like.
He sounded like Justin Trudeau, didn't he?
Was he broadcasting from a radio studio?
That's what it sounded like.
I smoked a cigar once when I was drunk, and it turned out it was actually a dookie. I lit it and puffed it for over an hour. Honestly, my brain has not been the same since then. I inhaled a lot of poop smoke. I inhale every time I smoke a cigar, and then wash it down with some HGH and bacon.